Strength does not come from physical capacity, but it comes from indomitable will. Good afternoon, everybody present here. I, Tejaswini, Assistant Professor and Faculty Coordinator, NSS Unit, BMS CCM. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all for today's webinar titled Vaccination, a Shared Responsibility. Wearing a mask and maintaining 6 feet physical distance from others may reduce a chance of being exposed to virus or spreading it to others. But these measures are not enough. A growing body evidence suggests that people who are fully vaccinated are less likely to be infected with showing symptoms and potentially less likely to spread the virus that cause COVID-19. Stopping the pandemic requires using all the available tools effectively. Today we have with us two eminent speakers, namely Dr. GS Kumar and Ms. Anusha, who are sharing their views about the awareness of vaccination and how to act socially responsible in the pandemic time. Now, I would welcome Honorable Professor Principal Pankaj Chaudhary, sir, to address the gathering and share few words. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you so much, Tejaswini. Am I audible to everybody?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
All right. So on behalf of BMS Educational Trust and BMS College of Commerce and Management, I would like to welcome Ms. Anusha K and Dr. GS Kumar for the session which is being scheduled today in association with NSS towards the importance of vaccination. I know, and we all know rather, that how important is vaccination today in every age group, and especially when we are talking about 18 plus, and that's exactly the target group to whom we are addressing today at our college. So I would like to welcome each one of you present over here, the staff member of BMS and other colleges, the students of BMS, and more importantly, the guest speakers who are here to address the gathering.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your inputs. Now, I would like to call upon Prajwal Dhananjay, student of final year BCom and President of Student Council, BMS CCM, to introduce the speaker, Dr. GS Kumar, to the gathering.
Thank you, ma'am. Today we have our first speaker, Dr. GS Kumar. Dr. GS Kumar is a reputed name among homeopathy doctors in the city. Originally, he started his career as a microbiologist in the year 1975 at Smith, Klein and French. He was an integral part of many antibiotic drugs and research and development. He has completed his BHMS from BBH Medical College, Rajiv Gandhi University of Health and Science, and was awarded as the best outgoing student. He was conferred MBA degree by the erstwhile President Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam through teleconference. He has been a practicing doctor for over decades, and his specialty is known to offer holistic treatment for a wide range of diseases. Now, he is currently working at Positive Homeopathy. He has done over 450 plus TV shows on health and life on 21 different TV channels. Now, I request our honorable guest speaker, Dr. GS Kumar, to address our students.
Over to you, sir.
I'll start. Fine. Welcome to the presentation. Hello, it's a great delight for me. Teleconferencing, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, in those are the days when he conferred the degree, that was the new technology for me. And today, this webinar, actually I put it as the seminar and webinar as on a lighter side of it. The webinar is the greatest thing for me. And today I am on a new technology. It gives a great pleasure. Straight away, we'll go into the presentation. When we talk about it, yeah, the presentation is going to be like this. Dr. Kumar's testament, it's my own testament. We are going to define the basics of some particular terminologies. Then we'll talk about the today viral diseases in general. Then we go ahead and talk about the corona. Is that corona? Was it corona? What is this? How this COVID-19 came into existence? After that, we'll go ahead with how to prevent this, how we can take the protection, how we can go into the positivity. That is, I belong to the positive homeopathy. Likewise, yes, our positivity is the one which is going to take us to great health in future days. The Kumar Testament goes like this: I am omnipresent, I am omnipotent, I am invincible, I am visible, I am here, I am there, I am everywhere. I am inside you, I am outside you. I am not God, but I can function like God. The generator, I can make the generation to alive like a Brahma. I can be the operator like Vishnu. I can destroy like Shiva. What is happening? To see me, you need some special skills. What is the special skills? You need some sadhana here to do it. Likewise, we have found, who am I? I am the micro. You need the microscope, you need the electron microscope to understand these microbes, to understand me, to feel me, to experience me. You need some special skills like microscope. You need special skills of immunity that we are going to see. Who am I? I am the bacterium. I am the actinomyces. Actinomyces is a very important one. When we introduced, Mr. Prajwal introduced, actually, I forgotten in a great excitement doing the webinar. Thanks for this NSS management and BMS Engineering College of all commerce student and management student. And thanks, Principal Sir and the entire management. It's a great delight for me. And this is how it goes like this. Now, who am I? I am the bacterium. I am the actinomyces. When they introduced as a microbiologist doing in Smithline French, the actinomyces today, 80% of the antibiotic what you are using is from gentamicin, all those things like streptomycin, all these things have come from amoxicillin, penicillin. All these things have come from penicillin is from fungus. Other than that, all the most of the 80% of antibiotics have come from actinomyces. Then I am the fungus. Your penicillin is a very important one. Then you have got a derivative amoxicillin. Then I am the virus. Today's problem. Can I be? I've been a very friendly microbe. Like unless the common salts are present in your system, you cannot digest. So common salts are very, very important. Those are the microbes. When it can be go today, as of the current subject, deadly virulent. Virulent means I can destroy today as it's happening. I am the pathogen. I am destroying the entire world. I am the microbe. God with good terminologies will understand the health. Health is the state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. As early as 1948, the beautifully defined. See, everything you are saying, my physique is good, my mind is excellent. Today, I am sitting in front of you and happy to give the webinar. Like that, the social well-being. Yes, I've taken a social responsibility. Come into the webinar and talk to the students. Like this, you have got everything and you are very good. This is not sufficient. Now what we should do? 1984, they redefined what we used to call as that 48 to 84 is something like a U-turn. Now it is not the single person is attains his aspirations. He is contributing something to the society as a group or as an individual. So health is ability, how he can maintain the homeostasis. That is very, very important. As a homeopath, homeo means similar. Similar means what? There is a problem. I am in a well-being. So well-being and then the problem, it is matching. Always we are on a very balanced, like your credit and debit. All our commerce students, they know, all our management students, they know the SWOT analysis, the strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. Like this, always is a balanced sheet. Homeostasis is something like a balance sheet. So homeostasis, when come to know, when health, homeostasis is very important. Status means you are standing in a particular position. You are in a balanced, like a balance sheet. You are attaining like a commerce student. Homeostasis, a property of cell. Each cell has got a defense mechanism that allows a maintenance of, there is a maintains the consistency. Always it's constant, it is not getting disturbed. There's a balance like credit and debit, it is always balanced. Then it leads into the maintenance of the health, and it's a biochemical and physiological change. We have attained the homeostasis. How you can attain the homeostasis? It means that you are in a well-being. Immunity is the system. It's a complex network. Each and every cell, what it does is immediately it keeps fighting. Always you are ready. There is a beautiful proverb in our Kannada. ಶಸ್ತ್ರ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿ ರಿಯಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಇವಾಗ ಕೊರೋನಾ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Now we are able to fight. Shastra Abhyasa should be always done. Your body, it is immune. It can destroy the microbe. That is why most of us we are able to survive even this today. Why this immunity? Immune system, my system is very good. But where am I getting out of my way? Why am I going? Allergen. Allergen can be anything. Sometimes in those are the days when I talk about in the TV show, I used to talk about, oh, I get allergy. I used to tell somebody, when you look at them, you get allergy. Allergic is any substance which can create you, put you out of your line. It can create you sneezing. That what yesterday, those were the days they used to talk about, oh, apple a day keep the doctors away. No, today the terminology is not like that. Apple a day cannot keep like doctors away from me, because even apple has got a beautiful coating. So allergen is a substance which can put you out of your track and get into the dis-ease. Then what happens when you give a response, what we call allergy? Allergy is a misguided reaction. What is a normal reaction? I am able to see, I am doing sitting in front of the puja room. There's there's nice fragrant sticks out there. I am able to inhale. That sandalwood paste smell is coming. I am enjoying. This is what normal. Now there's a misguided reaction. The substance, like when I was a child, I was taking my mother's milk. At the time I was very good. After that I developed I have developed a thing which is not acceptable to me. That is called as allergy. The body system, defense system, what happens is during the inverters, it comes and attacks you. You get completely collapsed. When it becomes very, very virulent, today as we are talking about, it is the pathogen. Then you are landing up in infection. Infection is what happens. It's not ordinary. Like it's battle soldiers, it is waiting. It is invasion into your system. It is the germs makes your body enter body completely out of order. You start sneezing, you get fever, you will get a stuffy nose, you have become myalgia, you are not able to do your normal function. Infection can cause health problems depending on where it occurs the body. It can, so now where it is happening body. Okay, now what is disease? The infection has happened. Now you are talking about disease. You are not at ease. I am not able to do a normal function. It is the called as harmful deviation from your normal structure. My structure is very good now, which means that I am able to do, see, my finger, I am not able to fold, what we call arthritis. So there's a structural problem. Functional problem, I am not able to even sign my check. So this is how the structural and functional problem comes. The diseases, you are not at ease. All these microbes, it can be a bacteria, it can be a fungus, it can be a substance, anything makes you not in your comfort level. It is something like, it's not the accident doesn't come at this a pathological thing is present there. Now straight away we are going to go into the virus, and among the microbes, what is very, very today the topic is the virus. Virus is the most smallest. For example, if I have to talk about, it is an infectious agent we call, very small. Always we talk about when you talk about in 1 mm, let us say, we take 1 mm, in that 1 mm, what we call nanometer. Each and every virus is something like less than a nanometer. And this is termed in Latin, actually today it is termed as it's a poison. So in 1 mm, you get something like 1 crore of virus. 1 millimeter of scale, you are getting 1 crore of virus, which means a poison. Imagine, that is how today's problem, what we call the pandemic, it is there. It is as smaller as something like 20 nanometers of something like 1 crore of an inch, and then something like maximum it can go up to the 1,000 nanometers in length. All these viruses, it occupies a very special position. Actually, what happens, it cannot, independently existing. What we do, we go and invite. It is an uninvited guest you are hosting. Then it comes, it sinks into your body. It doesn't have a definite particular, it cannot regenerate. It cannot go into the reproduction. That's why we used to call it as got a virus is a special kingdom by himself. But unfortunately, you become the host. You invite the trouble. Today, we have invited trouble for ourselves as we have invited trouble for ourselves. The viruses, it goes as early as 1892. Russian scientists, and later on the Dutch scientists. Those were the days, very what we call the very cash minting crop was tobacco. Nowadays, we are a lot of talking about against tobacco. Tobacco muzzle virus is a crop of what we used to call as a very money yielding crop like this. Commerce students, very well. So tobacco mosaic virus was the first earliest thing we started about the virus. After that, bacteriophage, what it does is it kills the bacteria itself. You know very well the bacteria itself is a microbe. After this virus can go, what does it has got present? Then we know about the influenza in 1930 as early as, and after that we have got the polio in 1949. Yes, I want to follow up on a little bit of how serious these viruses are. It can affect not only one system, it can affect the entire system. Today we are talking about our latest COVID. It is a respiratory system. It is first attacking. Now all viruses, it has got the capacity to attack the respiratory virus diseases we will talk about. We are talking about the flu, the common cold, where influenza, then the virus infection comes in, para-influenza. Severe acute respiratory syndrome is the latest one, which combined with the corona, COVID-2 is the current problem. Then we are talking about the gastrointestinal problem. You might have heard about gastroenteritis, then rotavirus and norovirus. Today we are getting infection, the diarrhea, all these things have come from also viruses. Then we are talking about exanthematous viral diseases like measles, rubella, very well the smallpox. Those were the days how it has been destabilizing the entire community. Later on, we come down to very important one, hepatic viral infection. Why I'm a little more dwelling on viral infection is because today all these things have combined, and we are talking a little bit, we'll dwell on about the sexually transmitted diseases, cutaneous, subcutaneous diseases like papillomavirus, cutaneous diseases, genital herpes, all these things, everything is combined. And generally, some of the viruses, it attacks the neurological virus. Completely it attacks to the nerve, the entire system is collapsed. You know how very well the polio, and we have been doing our social and preventive medicines, like how we have been doing it. Polio vaccines are being given, now how the vaccines are coming in. Meningitis, encephalitis, the rabies, very well, is all viruses. All these viruses, basically, they are, it's a nanometers, as already I've understood. So always I told, the human race is an excellent race. But human races can do everything and anything. And unfortunately, we have invented the problem. Today's coronavirus also is we have invented the problem. Similarly, the earliest one is AIDS. AIDS is, it was unfortunated, a perverted male who had an intercourse with the monkey. The rhesus factor has got damaged. You have got this virus. Then human virus, completely, we have, our system has completely gone. And compared to the present day, the topic, it's not the yesterday, the 2019 from Wuhan laboratory, the China, it has come in, Wuhan laboratory. It has come from much earlier, as early as 8,000 years before the Christ, Jesus Christ area. We have learned about some corona. But recorded studies are available like avian corona. Yes, it started from the birds. Now today we know very well how it has come from some bats we are talking about, animals we are talking about. All these viruses requires a vector, what we used to call somebody it requires. Human coronavirus, as early as 1930 it came in, it started producing the common cold, pneumonia, bronchitis, almost same symptoms what today we are seeing. In 1965, we had this gastroenteritis. As I told you, first respiratory system it is affecting, gastric system it is affecting, human virus, coronavirus, OC43 originated broadened. See, everywhere we were the responsible, indirectly responsible, socially irresponsible. Rodents were allowed, and then through the cattle we fed all those things. In 1971, again porcine endemic. That's also it started as an epidemic. Fortunately, did not end up in a pandemic. Outbreaks were there in 1972-78. All these things can show how this coronavirus, as early as severe acute respiratory syndrome started in 2002. We had the SARS-CoV viruses in those were the days. Then we came into common cold, HKD1, HKU1, and all in 2004. Then respiratory infection, human coronavirus, NL63, and NL63 came in something in 2004. Then over 2012 and 2014, we are coming down to the present, very serious very, very deadly, severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus, SARS-CoV-2, which started somewhere causing ongoing COVID-19 pandemic originated in the Wuhan, China, possibly from the Arshuk bats and Bengalians, as of today, what we are seeing about it. See, anything that is beauty, it's very disturbing us today. See this beautiful picture you are seeing. All the small spikes is the regular corona. That is something like a influenza. You are getting some extra spike. That is the spike which is so virulent today. It is attacking the entire human community, and today we are in such a great distress. It has got a special spike protein. That is the one. It makes normal protein is there, special protein is there, which too you get some undulation. This is what we call as coronavirus. Something like it can be a very mild attack. Even today, we need not worry about the corona such a great extent, provided we have got the simple social discipline maintaining. This all RNA viruses, RNA virus, and then it started from, as we have understood, from the bat, somewhere near it started. Then it can, through the respiratory infection it causes, it can be as mild as just a cough and cold. It can go, it can as lethal as almost, suppose, let us say the entire world has got 700 crore people. You don't do anything, at the most there may be maximum 1%, which means something like 7 crore people will die. That is all, because we have got the immunity. We can fight about all these things, but each and every living being is very, very important. So the entire world, we are on the war front to prevent all this attack very, very serious. Coronavirus, why we are talking about corona? As early as 1980, solar eclipse, every human being on this earth was very happy to see the total solar eclipse, where you got the corona, the radial undulation of the crown, what we call like that. So as I was already telling you, right, as early as 8,000 years before, approximately 10,000 years before itself, we knew about the corona. And unfortunately, at that time, many calls, many people who know about this, they have given the cautions. Now, human is a very crazy mind. And then they did some genetic engineering, all the study, and then converted a normal corona into a today a pandemic, and creating the entire, what we call it, something like a biological war indirectly to tell about it. Yes, corona symptoms, as such, it starts with a very simple cough, cold, then mildly. At the time, it's nothing. Nearly 80 to 85% are very safe. After that, then it goes into a little bit of respiratory distress, what we used to call dyspnea. Then it goes to the apnea. Your first upper respiratory tract is over. It is going into the lower respiratory tract, where your bronchi, alveoli, all those things are severely affected. Then you land up in very serious conditions. That actually is very less, but each human value is very, very, very important. As such, today we are going under a psychological war. Totally, let us say approximately, even nothing happens as of today, 2,000 people throughout India, because of some disease or other disease, they will die. But today, corona is contributing to some extent, some ratio. All death we cannot accommodate to death. Exclusively because of corona, as of today, out of 130 crore, as I told you, ratio 130 crore, less than closer to 1%, 2% get affected. 98% you are very safe. There's nothing to worry about it. Unfortunately, each life is very, very important. But unfortunately, we have lost, as on today, something like 3.3 crores of people have died. And then the good news is, yes, 2.5 crore people who have got infected still have the capacity to go and then fight this corona and be very safe. As I told you, yes, we are breathing in this corona, spreads as something like a droplet. And as I told you, in 1 millimeter, you have got some thousands of variety of this. It has got a protein. This code, it goes and infects, it goes and destroy your fighter cells. Immunity is what? There's a fighter cell, there's a T cells, there's a memory cell. It keeps all the memory. It goes and destroy the entire. So you are going into the fever, you get the shortness of breath. These are the major symptoms. Go to the days when it started earlier. After that, later on, it went down to infect your liver, and then mild breathing difficulties, dyspnea, apnea. Then you get some diarrhea, After that, generally it goes to the kidney failure. Unfortunately, later it ends up in something like that. When the transmission, as we are very well aware, we started from the bat, somewhere there in Wuhan laboratories. One person is capable of spreading to 4 persons minimum, something like. It's not as pandemic as something like measles, but it's as a little more bad than flu viruses. So transmission is passing through person to person, and it's airborne as long as now you are wearing a mask. By wearing a mask, at least you are preventing your droplets infection, what we used to call. It can go ahead and then contaminate the entire area. When you sneeze, it can go up to 2 feet. That is why they are told social distancing is very important, and wearing the mask is very important. From this, by wearing a mask, you are doing a beautiful social responsibility of not spreading your virus to others. And this is not falling into this. Unless and otherwise you get contact with this particular what the droplets has fallen, you are very safe. Inside the home, let us say, for example, you are there inside the home, you don't require any mask because your house is fantastic. You have kept a very clean atmosphere, nothing to worry about it. When you are going out, it's a basic social responsibility. You are wearing a mask and going out, you are not spreading from you to another person. This is a beautiful basic social responsibility what we are seeing. Yes, how we are going to prevent this today? Prevent this is as simple as this. First thing is don't panic. The panic gets you into off the nose and you are not able to do anything. First basic thing is I am not going to spread my virus to others. Wear a mask. Keep a social distance. I have gone out and coming into the home, just have a basic sanitized air wash. All these things is a very good habit. And then next, go ahead and keep a proper ventilation. Whenever you are in the crowd, avoid touching the crowd. Unfortunately, today, how this has become a pandemic, still it has become a first wave is over, second wave is over. Why this is happening is, no doubt, sorry to tell, we do not have that social responsibility. The social responsibility, please have this mask. So you are protecting yourself. You are not contaminating the virus to others. And then have, once you go out and come back into your home, and on the safer side, use the sanitizers. You can use the sterilizers like this. Have a wash. Soap is more than sufficient, as we have found out. Yes, how you can protect yourself. The immune system requires the support of many nutrients. Actually, there are so many things spoken about it. Everybody talks about everything is, take a bath, then your corona will be killed. Take turmeric, corona will be killed. Take garlic, like this, so many things are there. All these things cannot stay away. World Health Organization will refuse. You put turmeric on the corona is not dying, they will tell. So this is all systems what you are going to use to promote your immunity. When your immunity is good, you are able to fight, you are able to destroy all the microorganisms. Then very, very, very important is just spend some 5 minutes. How you can do the protection is just spend some 15 minutes, do a beautiful breathing exercise. This can, once your body is in a very good temperature, the corona cannot go down into your trachea, and then it cannot go into the respiratory tract infection. How it is doing today? Just close your eyes, keep a smile, and you have an excellent breathing cycles. Something like inhale, exhale. Exhale can be done something like using some mantras, like Om is a very simple one. I'll do just once like this. You are inhaling. Like this, when you do, you are creating a latent heat in your body. The virus cannot exist in your system. Like this, even if you do something like 30 times, your breath cycles have been improved. The virus gets killed. Even this is also possible. So yoga asanas, pranayama, all these things improve what it can do. It can improve your immunity. Keep a very good hygienic habit. Washing the hand inside a home, you need not be obsessive person. We used to call obsessive compulsive neurosis. You need not every time inside your home, so you need not keep having a wash. All you have to do when you're gone out and then come in, then you can have a proper wash. Even the soap is found to be, every soap company is telling virus, virus, virus. So as coronavirus is being killed. And very, very important today, get vaccinated. Getting vaccination it's going to prevent you from your attack, no doubt about it. It can save you. Doctor, I have taken Covishield, I have taken Covaxin. Am I safe for the life? No. You keep on protecting yourself, keep on maintaining your hygienic habits. This is very, 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 very important. And coming to this, you can take the allopathic support. What is this vaccination? Vaccination, in my opinion, actually, I'm going to come down. First, we'll talk about take the support of alternative medicines. Yes, Ayush. Ayush, in our Sanskrit terminology, we know very well. Our life cycle is life. Ayush means Ayushman Bhava. You live with a happy life, long life. Then Ayush defined as Ayurveda, Yoga, and natural therapy, and then Unani and homeopathy. To complete with the homeopathy, see, we spoke about all those viruses. Viruses are something like nanometer. Then you need a nanotechnology. All homeopathic medicines are nanotechnology. We can take a help of this. Why? Vaccination is, for example, those who get smallpox. And today we talk about the Covishield. Covishield, we have taken the virus and then the chemical structure, we have modified it. And then we have made the virulent virus has been made as avirulent, and you are taking Covishield, taking Covaxin, and some things have come from Sputnik, has come from Russia. All these things will develop only against Corona. Today, Corona 19 alone, it can save you. But tomorrow, Corona's father will come. Day after tomorrow, Corona's grandfather will come. Right from 18,000 years, 8,000 years ahead itself, you know about Corona. So what you should do is every day promote your immunity. Promoting your immunity is the fighting spirit is by a proper breathing exercises. Taking all good food, that itself will give you a fantastic resistance. You even today is Corona, let us Corona grandfather come, you can destroy the entire all those viruses. You can live, you need not fear. Don't become panic. Take alternative medicine support. Also, whatever the government is giving, follow the restrictions, keeping a social distance, wearing the mask, and then every time getting yourself sanitizer. Unwantedly, you don't crowd up yourself. All these things helps to prevent this proliferation of the disease. We have come down to the positivity. See, the human race is the very rarest of the rarest one. So we should keep protecting ourselves. The entire world is living on this. Life is as like all your management students, always keep doing your SWOT analysis. The SWOT analysis go like this: strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. Every time there is a threat, we have to take care of ourselves. What we used to call today's our destabilization of our health is the insult to our body. So the greatest joy of glory living is not, there's no possibility that we will never fall, but every time when we fall, today Corona has come and attacked, we live. Day before yesterday, AIDS was there. We are, we ourselves fought. We have come back to the life, and similarly, every time we can get up. That is what the Japanese, as a beautiful example, when the atom bomb was put, even that they came up, and today almost in all technology they are there. Like this, there is not a great joy in not falling, but whenever I fall, all of will get up and coming. So your terminology, all your commerce students, you very well. Yesterday was a check, a cancel check, which is no useful. Don't worry about that. Tomorrow is your promissory note, and that's also you need not spend much time. Today is the cash. Encash your cash. Develop your immunity. Every day do some breathing exercises. Then you have got beautiful, a great balance sheet of 86,400 seconds. Use as a very judiciously. Let your credit and debit create a great net asset value of excellent health, a great wealth. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for educating so much about the COVID virus. Next, we have our second speaker, Miss Anusha K. Miss Anusha K is a celebrity TV host who has worked for TV channels like Star Suvarna, Colors Kannada, Udaya TV, Kasturi TV, Praja TV, and many more. She has done famous shows like Hrudaya Hrudaya, Red Carpet Hosting, Sire Gondu Savalu, Jackpot, Kairuchi, Number Bee quiz game, and many more. She has hosted more than 800 live events across the globe and is also the Vice President of Anjala Foundation. Anjala Foundation is a non-profitable, charitable, non-governmental organization committed to render support towards orphanages of young children and old age homes. The main mission of this foundation is to provide a helping hand for the needy and make a difference in the society. In the pandemic situation, Anjala Foundation has distributed essentials to the below poverty line people and initiated COVID testing camps and have also honored the COVID warriors for their service in the pandemic. Now, may I request Ms. Anusha ma'am to kindly address the students.
Thank you, Prajwal. Thank you for the warm welcome. And I also thank Dr. GS Kumar for throwing us and enlightening us towards the COVID-19 especially. Am I audible? I just wanted to check because I just got a power cut now. So I'm just...
Yes, you are very much. Yeah, you are.
Thank you so much. So, yes, thank you so much for enlightening us, Dr. GS Kumarji. And then I just wanted to tell you about our foundation. Firstly, our foundation is called as Anjala Foundation, and it started in the year 2018, just like you guys, where we had a number of our schoolmates and classmates whom and all we came across, and we started this foundation in order to provide some basic facilities food, shelter, and education and medical help to the needy. So in this COVID-19, we were not prepared in the last year, but still this COVID-19 hit us, and we all friends decided to serve the society as much as possible with all our friends and families' help. So today, I'm just going to cover the points, whichever it is left out. Almost Dr. GS Kumar is, he has took almost all the topics, and I will be just addressing whatever the topic is which is left out, and more in the practical way. So this vaccination is shared responsibility. Vaccination is shared responsibility. That is an amazing topic. Of course, it is a great responsibility. But before starting it, and this vaccination term, it started in the year, not in the year, like almost 300 BC ago. It started with the disease called smallpox. And the concept of protecting people from a disease by giving them a product, the product which is called as virulation. This virulation, actually, this vaccination is a Latin term, as doctor said. But what is vaccination? The concept of protecting people from a disease by giving them a product of it was called virulation. So virus which was caused as smallpox in the year 300 BC. Vaccination comes from a Latin word vacca. Vacca means it's cow in the Latin word, because early vaccination used biometricals from cows to inoculate humans against disease. So this is how we got about this virus which has spread from the year 300 BC. So it's simple thing. I just wanted to, Dr. GS Kumar was started talking about, Trimurtigalu, that is Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. I would also like to throw few lines on our greatest Hindu epic called Mahabharata, where we can find Mr. Karna, have you all heard about him, right? If I'm not wrong. The students, anybody would like to respond for me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Karna. So Karna, Karna is a son of Kunti, and he got, Kunti got blessings from the Rishi, and she prayed to Lord Surya, and the Lord Surya presented Kunti as son. And the Karna is blessed with the Kavacha, that is called as Karna Kavacha. Karna Kavacha, nobody would have killed him in the war or destroy him in the war until and unless he is protected with the Karna Kavacha. Now, the same Karna Kavacha for us is vaccination. Hope you all got this. So vaccination is very important for each and every one of us. But mainly the vaccination, what it is happening now is every day, like, every day people are rushing into the vaccination centers, especially now, even our youngsters, like in 18 plus and like 45 plus, they have not yet got the vaccination. So I'm just going to say a few things which you have to do and which you should not do. So first of all, like, you have to protect yourself and others. You have to protect yourself, family and friends, neighbors, everybody, like, whom you come across each and every day of your life. So for example, at your place, maybe your parents, your sisters, brothers, or whomever, like, if you're staying in the same apartment, like your neighbors are very important, because each and every day you will come in direct contact with them. So what you have to do, yes, according to the doctors and all the experts, what they say is you have to wear your mask, like that double mask. Double mask is very important. And you, like, when you wear the mask, you have to be conscious also, like, how you have to wear the mask. You have to cover your entire this area, and you have to educate others also, like how they have to wear the mask. So now N95 mask and surgical mask is what experts are advising. And above that, you can also use your cotton mask or, like, re-washable mask. And the medical mask, like, surgical mask, you have to dispose it as per the medical suggestions, medical expert suggestions. Look, and more than hand sanitizing, if you're outside, please use your hand sanitizer. Otherwise, I recommend you to wash your hands, as soon as you come off, like, if you're outside and you have to you have to enter your house or something like that. So otherwise, like, the first thing you have to avoid is like unnecessary outing. So that is not advisable. Like, unnecessary, you have to not, you should not go outside, like, like, okay, for example, if your mom is purchasing the vegetables, you have to educate your parents, like you have to educate your grandparents, you have to educate your uncle, aunts, niece, like whoever they are in your family. You have to educate your neighbors, like, they can go and get the vegetables. I'm just giving an example of vegetables or whatever it is necessary in this lockdown period. So what you have to do is you have to educate them, like, they have to get the vegetables for a whole week instead of going and purchasing the vegetables for each and every day. So that you can do. And you have to wash your hands, like, 30 seconds. 30 seconds is what advisable. And then the gloves which you're using, if you're going out, if you're wearing a protective shield and the hand gloves, and the mask, after certain time which you use, you have to dispose it in a right way. What you have to do, the mask especially, you have to cut the threads and just fold it and put it in a dustbin, the separate dustbin. Once you are disposing, you have to be careful where you should not dispose it on the roads or unnecessarily outside. You have to dispose it safely in the dustbin, and then again you have to wash your hands. So then later, this is the safety measures. Of course, you have to maintain the distance between each one of you when you're outside. This is what you have to do. It is very simple, and we can follow it. And again, I have to mention one thing over here. You have to educate others also, like, you are youngsters, and of course you have the capacity to educate others. Like, for example, if you're going to buy something from the outside, where illiterate people, they don't have much education about or much fact, they don't know about this coronavirus or COVID effects. You have to teach them. You have to make sure them wearing a mask properly and to maintain social distancing. What happens is, usually when I go outside, when I see the people, they'll be like, okay, he's not wearing mask, that's okay, chalo, why I'm wearing mask and I'm standing safe, that's okay. But you should not do that. You have to make them understand in a good way, because if you tell them, usually Indians know, some of the Indians, they don't take it actually. Oh, it's my wish, I can stand. There will be people like that, but you have to educate in that way, because you have to tell, see, you have to be safe, you have your own family. So what if other people have a COVID positive, and if they spread it to you? So these kind of words, what we are usually using in our NGO, uh, especially. So I would also like to, if Shirisha can help me to share my presentation on the screen, it will be helpful. Shirisha, are you there? Am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am. Exactly 1 minute, I'll do it.
Yes, please. Yeah, I'll continue. Please share the presentation. So what you have to don't do, you should not get panic actually. So every day we will be getting so many calls from our public, like, friends, families, neighbors, and our, I stay in Malleshwaram West. So many people, they'll call us, the public will call us and ask for the vaccination. I'll ask them like 18 plus, 20 plus, 30 plus, but they're rushing into the government hospitals and other vaccination centers. And okay, they can go to the vaccination centers, but what they're doing is you can't find social distancing, you can't find, hygiene over there. They will be rushing on each other, something like in cinema theaters, like earlier when the first day for show rushes. It looked like that. So if you're COVID negative at your place, if you go to these places to get the vaccination, and there is a high chances of getting COVID positive. So what I better suggest you should not rush to the hospitals or the primary health centers where if you don't have the vaccination appointments or something. So what I also want to suggest is if you can afford it, I just wanted to mention it once again, if you can afford it, the private hospitals, they are giving you vaccinations, you can also get it from the private sectors. See, because what happens is government at this present of stage, of course, I agree the government should provide the vaccination to each and every one of the citizens. They have to take care of the citizens, but because of the poor politics or whatever, I don't want to bring politics over here, but still they're not able to manage, even though they know COVID-19 will hit in the second race, third race, and fourth race. So it's better to, we have to be safe and rather than depending on the government and public are two faces of the coin. So we have to work hand on hand. Government is making the rules, and once the people are breaking the rules, no, we can't break the COVID-19 chain. That is why when we have to, I understand there is economy issues. There is economy issues like where we can't where we can't give a lockdown for a long term. We have to understand economic issues also, because people day-to-day workers, they are struggling a lot. So I suggest is we like young generations, we have to educate like each one, we have to educate another one. So like this we can pass it on. And if possible, I request each and everyone to help the society in however the way you have, you can feed one at least. If you see somebody, you can also feed one. So this is our foundation presentation. This is a foundation presentation. I just missed the screen.
Is the screen not visible to you, ma'am?
Screen is, am I visible to you?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, screen is not visible to me, I guess. Okay, we can just share the presentation where people can find our presentation. Am I visible to you so that I can continue?
Yeah, you are.
Oh, okay then. Okay, so what I have to tell you is please don't get panic. Because to get the vaccination, your term will come, then you have to go and get the vaccination. And see, vaccination is a beautiful protection shield for our life. You have to get the vaccination done, but go at your terms, take an appointments, and get your vaccination. And see, I just got to know about this Ayurveda, whatever we are having, that's really great. It is it has passed through our generations to generations. That is great, but at the same time, too much is too bad to have real. So my sister-in-law, she's in working profession. She's in Dr. Premlata, working for a Bangalore Baptist Hospital. She recently got the case, one senior citizen person, he had some problem with his health, where he was not able to eat or pass the urine properly. He had some genetic problems also, but when the doctors diagnosed it, so they got to know that he is to take a one big spoon of haldi and is to mix it with the milk and is to drink every day, morning and evening. But too much is too bad. Like, haldi and all, we have to put a pinch. Like whenever our mother cook for us, they used to put, like, accordingly we have to use it. So like that is one thing I just wanted to add it on my webinar today. So like, too much is too bad. So accordingly we have to fight. Like one day, like, we can't eat entire day meals at once, right? So that is how we have to take it as much as we need. So we have to be careful with our Ayurveda medicines also, but without doctor, you should not be your own doctor. This is what I wanted to tell you. You can't be your own doctor, and you should not be also. So you have to take your doctor's advice on this, maybe homeopathy doctor or Ayurveda, or also general medicine. You can allopathy, you can take their advice. So at the end, we have to be, we have to be really good human at this situation. So once we are into the war room, we have created a war room on our social media, like on WhatsApp and on Facebook and Instagram also. There's a war room. There's a room for all of our volunteers called War Room, where we get in touch with the needy, with the patients and the patient's family. So what we do is we pass on to our other contacts from the doctors, hospitals, and the NGO workers, where we can find bed, oxygen concentrators, oxygen cylinders, and I think you guys have heard about this remdesivirs and all, where all the medicine, I don't know how much it worked on the patients, but there was one time about this remdesivirs and all. We used to get information in this war room. We started helping sitting at the home. So in COVID-19, we worked so hard, like, we just wanted to get in touch with the needy. But this COVID second wave, it hit us. Like, even initial days, we were thinking like how we can serve the society. So what we did is we started distributing food for the needy, especially in the hospital regions, because the patient attenders will be in the panic. So we have to feed them, and other labor sections, especially for labor section, we started feeding for lunch and dinner, and medical facilities we started providing with the help of our NGO. And then we started providing nutrition foods to children's, like in the third wave, we heard like we are also seeing so many children are affected by COVID-19. So what we are doing is we are providing them nutrition food with the doctor's prescriptions, and also a good vegetables, fruits, immunity boosters for the children accordingly. So this is what we are doing. And recently we visited wildlife sanctuary, which is in Kanakpura and Halgur and Muttati, if you are about it. And we have Soligara community, the people, typical tribal people, like, they used to come to the cities to earn few things for, like, like daily wages they used to work, but now it is very difficult for them. So they are like in different forests. There are more than 1,000 families. Last week we went to the tribal community, and which is not present in my PPT presentation. I didn't update it yet. So we went and we fed them. This is what we are doing as a small NGO, but there are other NGOs also, those who are working really hard to help the community and the needy. So most of our NGO volunteers are students. I'm so proud of them, and I'm also proud about today's webinar where I'm addressing to the young friends of mine. I would like to thank each and everyone for giving me this opportunity, and my ultimate at the last, I just wanted to say and request you guys is humanity should exist at any at any cost of point. So we have to be human. What I request is you can also help the needy as much as you can. Our mantra is each one feed one, so that nobody should be hunger. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, I request all the audience to drop in your queries or questions in the chat box. GS Kumar, sir, you have a question from the student. So the question goes like this. We all know regarding the new white, yellow, and the black fungus. So could you explain us a little about the black, white, and the yellow fungus?
Oh, fantastic. Again, all these things right from the day it's all existing. First thing is need not panic. The black fungus, white fungus, yellow fungus, all this Vibgyor fungus, it is not going to attack you. Take a beautiful precaution, and then all this immunity resistant, like a good food habits, all these things itself will save you. Black fungus itself is a very rarest of the rarest one. That mucor, what it is now, mucormycosis, it is affecting only the generation who have got the lower immunity. Something like uncontrolled diabetic people, all these people can get into the problem. Otherwise, first thing is no fear. It is not going to come and attack you. It is not going to come and see. As such, we are talking about corona, that itself is something like only 1% of the entire community. Like out of 700 crores of people in the human race we have got, maximum it can affect only 1%. But I mean 1 crore. But the panic is so much. So don't panic. It will not come and provided your hygiene is good, your discipline is good. Mucor fungus cannot come and attack you, especially like diabetic people, where they can go into a it can attack the eye, it can lower your immunity system and all. Keep your blood sugars in control. All this, even it can be a Vibgyor fungus, it will not attack you. You are safe.
Thank you so much, sir. Now we have question for Anusha ma'am. The question goes like this. How do you maintain your mental health, or how important it is to maintain your mental health during this pandemic?
Yes, maintaining mental health is very, very important. I forgot to mention this point. Thank you so much for asking me this question. See, as maintaining mental health is very important, because this COVID-19, it is just like another disease, but we have to be very careful. This is what we have to add it as an additional point. So maintaining mental health is, for me, it's just like spending time with my family, or watching my best movie on the Netflix, or reading my good books, talking to my friends, because like in the COVID time, we can't go and meet them. So I can have a video conference with them. I can, like all of our friends, like they stay in the different part of the countries. We come on the Zoom meetings, we talk to each other, we find out whether they are doing good. Instead of forwarding a message, you can quickly call them and you can ask them like, how are you doing? I just wanted to ask you whether you are safe. Even they'll also feel happy. And of course, staying at home and spending time with your family, this is also a mantra for my mental health. And when you are serving the people, the smile which they give back to you for your service, which brings smile to you and more energy to you. This is how you can focus. And little things also. If you like to have a cup of coffee, you can prepare a cup of coffee for yourself. This is small things, small things make up huge differences.
Thank you so much, ma'am. The next question goes to GS Kumar, sir. And the question goes like, what are the common symptoms one can have after getting themselves vaccinated? And if you have a lot of fever or very high fever, how do you prevent it?
Fantastic. First thing is, again, don't panic. When you are taking a vaccination, your body is respond. That itself shows that you are in a good hygiene, you are in a good health, because the body will respond. Because the vaccination is similia similibus curantur is the terminology of the homeopathy. And similarly, instead of similia, actually you are taking the same. The coronavirus has been taken, subcultured many times, genetically re-engineered. It is made as a virulent, so it will not attack. Then you are developing the antibodies. So your body, when you get some symptoms, which means that you are fighting that corona, you are developing the antibodies, which is a good sign. So first thing is, you need not panic. By the time the temperatures are there, if you can withstand, like maybe you're taking alternative medicines like homeopathy, or they have suggested some paracetamol and that type of things, take it. Even without taking, if you can 99% or 100%, you will come through. So you need not panic. You need not take any medications. But provided by chance, you feel that fever is very much disturbing me, take that, minimum paracetamol, that type of thing is more than sufficient. Otherwise, you are developing your immunity. You are giving it, the temperature goes up for a mild one, even 1 or 2 days you can manage, means your antibodies are forming. You are ready for the fight with corona, and it is a good sign. Nothing to worry about it. 1 or 2 days you should manage. Don't do too much of heavy work and that type of things. Don't do too much of take some bed rest if it's possible. Already you are working means do some minimal work. Otherwise, all the symptoms, yes, vaccination you have to react. Then it is good. It's nothing wrong. Don't worry about it. It's good sign.
Thank you,
It's a
sir.
body
One more
responding
question.
and giving the health.
Yes, sir. Thank you. One more question for you. Is homeopathic medicine as effective as English medicine for the coronavirus treatment?
Oh, that's a fantastic question. If I am not biased, homeopathic medicines, see, we spoke about just now about viruses as a nanometer. And similarly, all homeopathic medicines are, tomorrow's terminology is going to be nanotechnology. Each and every homeopathic medicine is something like it's advanced vaccination. Homeopathic terminology goes like this: similia similibus curanter, which means like cures like. Yes, I am getting a nasal discharge. I am getting a breathlessness. I am getting the watery eyes. So what I am taking, this simply happens with your, let us say, your allium cepa. You know very well about onion. By taking the onion, your eyes watering, and then you are getting some sort of a nasal irritation. You get this. So like cues like means I am not taking the same thing. I am walking, you are walking, a thorn is pricking you. The same thorn family, if you take it, you cannot remove the thorn. So you need something like a pin, a safety pin, which is more sharper, different in kind. It's a different one, but it does the same thorn function and then getting you out. This is what homeopathy. Rather, I would proud to say homeopathy is something like an advanced vaccination, like you might have heard about. Many people might have taken like arsenicum album. Today we are talking about corona first wave, corona second wave. Tomorrow maybe corona third wave or 20 waves will come. Arsenicum album, right from your mind, it gives you a courage. It gives like OCD, how many times you are keep on washing all these things like this, even homeopathic medicine. See, this is all a supportive system. So when the government is following one system and then giving into this, please go into that. At the same time, alternative system are going to take you much earlier. You can come out of it. Let us say by taking arsenicum album, I will not tell, oh, it is exactly going to kill the corona, but it can provide you to the immunity what you want. Even it can be a second wave or third wave, but you are protected. This is how the homeopathy functions as an advanced vaccination and helps you.
Thank you so much, sir. We have one last question for Anusha ma'am, and the question goes like this. We heard about your foundation. It's been doing a great amount of work to help the individuals. How can we contribute to help the individuals through the foundation of yours?
Oh yeah, thank you so much. And our foundation is filled with the volunteers, those are college students and young minds, young minds. Uh, right now, because of your health constraints, we are not taking any volunteers because, your health is also very, very important for us. So right now, the much volunteers, we are not taking them, but of course, you can join our foundation in future and you can also contribute to the welfare of the society. Sirisha, I would like to add a few more points. The next wave is going to hit the children. So I request each one of you to please spread the awareness to your family, friends, those who have a children. They have to be very careful. Precautions are better than cure, as saying. So you have to be very careful on this. If you have a niece, nephews and all, please be aware and you have to inform their parents. They have to take certain measures. Usually children stay at home, but the parents, they go outside and they come inside when they should not get affected. That is why it is very important for parents also to be very, very careful when they are outside. And another thing is the patients, those who are tested COVID positive, if they are known to you, you should not discriminate them because they will be affected both mentally and physically. You have to build strong communication with them. You have to be a moral support to them. That is very, very important. I just wanted to add this point. And those patients, those public who have tested COVID positive, few of them, they're not telling anyone that they are tested COVID positive just because the society will discriminate them. This is a very, very wrong understanding, and you have to, the young generation, the young minds, or those who are watching this video, they have to make them understand that's okay. COVID-19 is just like in another disease. They don't have to worry about that. And if they are tested COVID positive, they have to tell it to the doctors or neighbors. There is nothing wrong in doing it. This is what I just wanted to add. And of course, the volunteers will welcome them wholeheartedly, but after this COVID crisis, just keeping your health in mind.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. I would like to thank GS Kumar sir and Anusha ma'am for answering all our students' question. Now, I would request Vivek sir to render the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Sirisha. A warm and cherished good afternoon to everyone present here on this webinar. Our beloved Principal Sir, Dr. Professor Pankaj Chaudhary, our esteemed guest speakers, Dr. GS Kumar and Ms. Anusha, my dear faculty members and our beloved students. I, Assistant Professor Vivek S., Faculty Coordinator, on behalf of BMS College of Commerce and Management, gives me immense pleasure to propose the vote of thanks. We are grateful to the speakers for their thoughts on the topic for today's webinar, Vaccine, a Shared Responsibility. Doctor, your thoughts on the history of the virus and talking us through, 8,000 years, trying to say that the virus has been there, and also giving us enough information on the various terms that we see every day in the media out there, and advising our students not to panic and to be socially responsible by getting vaccinated and following all the necessary and the safety protocols as well as the government protocols. Your thoughts have enlightened our minds, and thanks to our eminent speakers for adorning the occasion and sharing your thoughts. Ms. Anusha, on your foundation as well as your the social service activities that you are into, you have done the best for the society and motivated our students to also proceed on similar lines. We are very grateful to you, Ms. Anusha. We are grateful to our beloved Principal Sir, Dr. Pankaj Chaudhary, for his guidance and assistance throughout. We would also like to thank our Corporate Communication Department, as well as Dr. Preeti Stanley and Sandeep Sir in assisting throughout. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all our faculty members and students in making this a successful moment. I would like to end the session by saying, stay safe, do not to panic, and please get vaccinated when available and stay safe. Thank you so much.